Hello and welcome to today's session of Yoga for Strength and Vitality. We've had a break of a few weeks and now projecting from our beloved yoga center here in Costa Mesa, which has opened in June with a handful of classes. So there are actually right now 5 classes in person, and you can go on the website to get the schedule if you are here in town or close by. And if you're ready to come in and take classes in person. Let's begin seated in a comfortable seated position with a straight back. And let's just kind of move head and neck from side to side a little bit, stretching head and neck. And then rotating your face. Head and neck rotations, 3 to 5 times each direction. And switching. And twisting to the left, looking over your shoulder. And twisting to the right. And coming to the center. Stretching the head up, looking up to the ceiling. And looking down, letting the head hang forward, just getting a sense of how heavy that head is. And then sitting cross-legged, if you're not already sitting cross-legged, in a comfortable cross-legged position. Hands resting comfortably on your knees, palms up. You can hold finger mudra if you like, thumb and any of the fingers together. Straightening the spine, straightening the back as much as you can. Closing your eyes, deeply inhale and exhale through the nose. Inhaling health, vitality, and goodness. Exhaling toxins, negativity, everything you don't need. And if you like, you can form an affirmation for yourself for the duration of the class, maybe for the rest of the day or of the evening, maybe for the rest of the month. Can begin with I hope for, I wish for, or I pray for, and make it a simple phrase, mentally repeating it 3 times. And then letting it go, may the higher will be done. Bringing your attention back, let's bring the hands to the waist, circling the torso 3 times each direction. Just warming up gently, warming up the lower back, stretching the hips. And the opposite direction. Now reaching around the back, clasping the hands behind the back with the inhalation, arching back. With the exhalation, bending forward, lifting your arms behind you. And lowering the arms, releasing your hands, inhaling as you come up, pausing with your eyes closed. Now bring the left hand next to you, perhaps even your forearm, trying to keep both sit bones on the mat and both knees as far down as you comfortably can. With the inhalation, bringing your right arm up, inhaling, reaching up and over, stretching sideways, looking straight ahead or keeping your eyes closed. The next inhalation, lifting your arm up, and let's move on to the other side right away. Opposite arm up, inhaling, stretching up high and over. And with the next inhalation, releasing, pausing with your eyes closed. And let's stand up. We'll begin with some standing poses. Let's do balance first. So I'd like to do a warm up where you place one foot exactly in front of the other, heel touching the toes. You want to have a straight line with both feet. You can have your hands out of your peripheral vision or cross the forearms, letting the hands rest on the shoulders. Focal point is important at eye level or above. If you feel that you're pretty steady and balanced, let's switch sides, opposite foot forward. You can keep your hands out in your peripheral vision if that helps. Or again, crossing forearms, hands rest on the shoulders. And releasing, feet side by side. Close your eyes, take a deep breath or two. And let's do tree pose. Weight onto the left foot. Bringing your right foot up. Either lower leg, upper leg, or on top of your thigh, whatever you comfortably can do. And if balance is a challenge, hands out in your peripheral vision. If not, palms to the chest. I am calm, I am poised, is the affirmation. And releasing the side, lowering your foot, pausing for a moment with your eyes closed. And moving on to the opposite side, weight onto the right, finding your focal point, and bringing your left foot up, either inside your ankle, inside your lower leg, inside your upper leg, or on top of your thigh. And slowly releasing. Pausing with palms at the chest, breathing deeply. And let's separate the feet nice and wide, in steps parallel to each other. Hands at the waist. Let's turn the torso, circling the torso 3 to 5 times each direction. And switching directions. Clasping the hands behind you with the inhalation arching back, with the exhalation bending forward for center unicorn. Lifting your arms behind you, relaxing your knees.
And lower the arms onto your back, sliding your hands down your legs. Now keep your left hand on your leg or on your foot. Bring your right arm up, looking up past your outstretched hand for triangle pose. Palm is forward towards the head. Keeping the knees soft, kneecaps relaxed. And left hand on the floor in between your feet, about a foot forward. Both arms are straight as you look up. And for the other side, lower your right hand to your foot or your leg. And bring your left arm up. Classic triangle on the other side. For the variation, lower your right hand in between your feet, about a foot forward. Both arms are straight as you look up again. And slowly untwisting, let's clasp the hands behind the back one more time, lifting the arms up high, guiding the head down low. And lowering the arms onto your back, bring the hands to the waist with your inhalation, standing up. Gentle arch back. And stepping your feet together. Arms to your side, pausing, eyes closed, breathing deeply. Then step to the front of the mat. Palms at the chest, centering position. And we'll do 2 rounds of salutation to the sun. With the inhalation, reaching out and arching back. With the exhalation, swan diving forward. So you lower the arms from the shoulders, from the side, keeping your back straight as long as you comfortably can. Placing the hands next to your feet. With the next inhalation, placing hands on the shins right under your knees, looking down, torsos parallel to the floor. With the exhalation, sliding down again. Fingers in line with toes. With the inhalation, rising up, arms out, opposite way, palms together, arching back, and exhaling forward again. Fingers in line with toes. Left foot back, lunging, looking up. Right foot back. High plank pose, and coming onto knees, chest, forehead. Inhaling up into cobra pose. Exhaling to downward dog, curling the toes, lifting back up to downward dog. Inhaling left foot forward, big lunge, looking up. Right foot forward, hips are up, head is down. With the inhalation, bring the arms out to the side, inhaling up, arching back. And bring the palms to the chest. Pausing for a moment, breathing deep. We'll do it slowly on the other side as well. Inhaling, reaching out, arching back. And exhaling, swan diving. Inhaling, hands underneath, straight back, looking down. Exhaling, sliding down. Inhaling, lifting the arms all the way up again and arching back. And exhaling all the way forward. Inhaling, right foot back, lunging, looking up. Exhaling, left foot back to high plank. from high plank pose. Take an inhalation. With the exhalation, knees, chest, forehead. Inhaling up into cobra. Exhaling to down dog. Inhaling right foot forward, big lunge, looking up. Exhaling left foot forward, hips are up, head is down. Inhaling, reaching out and arching back. And palms to the chest. Pausing with eyes closed. This was one round, first on the left side, then on the right side, and we'll do one more round. Again, inhaling, reaching out, arching back. Exhaling, swan diving forward. Inhaling, hands under knees, parallel to the floor, looking down. Exhaling, sliding forward. Inhaling all the way up, arching back, and exhaling, swan diving down again. Inhale, left foot back, lunging, looking up. Exhale, right foot back, high plank. Take an inhalation, and exhaling onto knees, chest, forehead. Inhaling up into cobra. Exhaling to downward facing dog. Inhaling left foot forward, big step in between your hands, lunging, looking up. Exhaling right foot forward, hips are up, head is down. Inhaling, reaching out, arching back. And exhaling forward. Swan diving down. Inhaling, hands underneath, arms straight, looking down. Exhaling, sliding down. Inhaling all the way up, arching back. And exhaling, swan diving forward again. Inhale, right foot back, lunging, looking up. Exhale, left foot back, high plank pose. Take an inhalation. Exhaling, knees, chest, forehead down. Inhaling up into cobra. Exhaling to downward facing dog. Inhaling, right foot forward, big lunge, looking up. Exhaling, left foot forward, hips up, head is down. Inhaling, arms out to the side, up and arching back. And palms to the chest. Pausing with your eyes closed, breathing deep. For the warrior sequence, beginning at the front of the mat. You can bring your hands to the waist, looking at a focal point because we need a little bit of balance here. Stepping back with the right foot. Always take time to adjust. Moving that right hip forward a little bit. Left knee is bent in a lunge. Warrior one with the inhalation, arms up by the ears. Bring the palms to the chest, lower the hands, and bring the hands down to your left foot. Bring your left knee onto the mat. Your right knee, onto the mat, keeping the right hand close to the instep of the left foot and your left arm up. Looking up past your outstretched hand. Now lower that left hand and curl the right foot under, so straightening that right leg, lifting the knee and doing the same thing. If you can comfortably, if not, keep the knee down with your legs straight and off the mat, looking up. And lower your left hand, stepping your right foot forward. With bend in the knees as you place your palms together and slowly inhale and stand up. Straight and tall, palms at the chest. And bring the palms to the waist for the other side. Look at your focal point and stepping back with the left leg. Take time to adjust, moving that left hip forward a little bit. Right knee is bent, warrior one, inhaling, arms up by the ears. And palms to the chest. Lower your hands down to your right foot, keeping the left hand by the instep, and lifting your right arm up, looking up. Now here you can put your knee onto the mat if you'd rather, top of the foot and knee on the mat. Lower your right hand to the outside of the foot. Stepping forward with your left foot, bend in the knees, palms together, rising up bone by bone. And pausing with palms at the chest. Deeply inhale and exhale. For the jackknife, with the inhalation, bring the arms up, coming up onto the toes, reaching up. With the exhalation, swan diving forward. And just hanging forward, hanging there. If you like, you can add some movement to your forward bend by moving your hips from side to side. Perhaps sway your arms, holding onto the elbows. And then releasing your hands. Bring your left hand to the outside of the right leg or foot and bring your right arm up. Looking up past your outstretched hand and twist. And slowly lower your right hand to the outside of the left leg or foot and lifting your left arm up. And lowering down. Just hang in the forward bend in the jackknife pose for a little longer. And place your hands next to your feet. Spread your fingers nice and wide. We'll move into downward facing dog. Left foot back and right foot back. Make your adjustments. And you can lift one heel, bend your knees, stretching the opposite heel down. Just kind of walk in place, stretching your legs. And then come to the downward dog pose that you comfortably can hold. Downward dog is a grounding pose. Grounding yourself into the earth. And for three-legged dog pose, I always think that's a funny name for a yoga pose. Lifting your left leg up. Bending your left knee and open the hip. So lifting that knee up. And lower your left foot and raise your right. Bending your knee, open the hip to the right, keeping the supporting limbs straight and strong. And lower your foot into the downward dog again, holding the pose, breathing deeply. Then with the next inhalation, moving to high plank pose. So bringing your torso forward till your body's in a straight line, pulling the shoulders back, engaging your abdominal muscles, looking down. Great strength pose, the high plank. From here, let's move into Cobra by slowly lower the hips and thighs onto the mat. Tops of the feet on the mat. Make sure you have a soft bend in your elbows and arching up, looking up to the ceiling. I rise joyfully to meet each new opportunity, bringing the shoulders away from the ears. And to release, coming onto the knees, lifting your hips, and sitting back on your heels in extended child's pose. Arms in front of you, foot on the mat. And coming onto hands and knees for cat-cow pose. Bring your wrists under the shoulders, the knees under the hips. And with the exhalation, rounding your back like an angry cat. With the inhalation, sagging down and looking up. And 4 more times with your rate of breath. Exhaling, rounding. Inhaling, looking up, moving the hips out. And moving at your own rate. Keeping the spine straight. Straighten your right leg and lift it up. And your left arm. Looking down, your head and neck is in line with your spine, focal point on the mat. And lower your hand, lower your knee. Let's do the other side. Straighten the opposite leg, lift it up. And opposite arm, also up, looking down. And lowering hand and knee. Let's do cat-cow again, rounding your back like a cat. Sagging down, looking up as you inhale. And one more time, exhaling, rounding. Inhaling, looking up. And looking over your left shoulder to your hip. And over your right shoulder to your hip. And bring your feet together, right big toe over left big toe. And separate your knees as wide as the mat is for frog pose. Pushing yourself back onto your heels. Guiding your chest, forehead, arms onto the mat. And slowly walking your hands up to the upright frog, sitting in between your heels, pausing with eyes closed.
And turning around, lying down, lying on your back. Do some simple inversions. You can guide your knees to the chest, hug your knees, gently roll from side to side. Or cup your knees with your palms, making circles with your knees, massaging your back. And lifting your legs up perpendicular to the floor. You can rotate feet and ankles a few times. And then with some momentum, bring the legs over your head, supporting your hips with your hands for a simple inversion. Feet are relaxed. Either staying in the simple inverted pose or walking your hands further up your back until your body's in a straight line from your shoulders up, moving into a shoulder stand. Or parallel plow, lower the legs, parallel to the floor, over your head. If you can, release your arms behind you, palms and forearms flat on the mat. And full plow if you wish. Bring the toes down onto the mat. Encircling your arms, your head with your arms like a halo. Fingertips almost touching. For the inverted star, separating your legs. And bring your palms together, lifting your arms and pointing up to the ceiling. Lower the arms again. Bring your feet together. And if you'd like to do the ear closer, bending your knees by each side of your ears. And you can bring the arms behind you, palms and forearms flat on the mat. Moving back into a plow, full plow or parallel plow. And if you like to move into an advanced shoulder stand, you can clasp your hands behind your back or push forearms and hands into the mat and lifting both legs simultaneously, moving back up to a shoulder stand. And prepare to bridge out or roll out, bone by bone. Hugging the knees again, rolling from side to side. Anything your back is asking for, any massage. And we'll do bridge pose next. So lower the feet, the knees are up, knees are bent. Feet, knees about hip width apart, lifting the hips up. And reaching down, clasping your hands underneath you, lifting one shoulder at a time. Your shoulder blades closer together.
And lifting your left leg up, leading with the heel. And then lower it to a 45-degree angle. Lower the left and raise the right. Keeping the hips up in the process. And lower it to 45-degree angle. Lowering your foot for the fish pose. Having your arms underneath you. If you have real long arms, you can sit on your hands. Straighten your legs. Arching the upper body onto your elbows. Your head is resting back. Head is barely touching the mat. Also the weights on the elbows. Feet are relaxed. Legs are relaxed. For strength variation, you can lift your left leg 45 degrees. And lower. And raise your right. And lower. And lifting both. And slowly lowering down. Make sure all the weight's on the elbows. Before you lift your head, let your back rest down. Lying on your back in Savasana. Body is relaxed. With the inhalation, your navel rises. With the exhalation, your navel falls. Deep, slow, abdominal breathing. For the supine spinal twist, bending your knees. And you can straighten your right leg. Right hand guides the left knee over to the right side. So rolling all the way onto the right hip so that the knee can touch the floor. And then bring your left arm in a straight armed arc across, looking over to the left. Slowly bring your left arm back to the knee, guiding your knee to the center, straighten your left leg. And let's do everything on the other side, bending your right knee. Left hand guides the right knee over to the left. And right arm comes across, looking past your outstretched right fingertips. Slowly bring the right hand back to the knee, guiding your knee to the center. And let's do happy baby pose. So hugging your knees to the chest, then sliding down, holding on either to your feet or if you have real long legs to your ankles. Then bring the lower legs straight up to the ceiling. The knees are bent, so the thighs are close to your torso. And opening your feet and guiding the knees down even more, stretching the inner thigh and the groin area. If you like, you can roll from side to side. I think this is where the pose gets its name, happy baby. Or you can hold the pose in stillness, stretching the shoulders to the mat as well as the tailbone. And releasing, hugging your knees. And gently rolling from tailbone to the hip, back and forth 2 or 3 times. Until you come up to a seated position. That's it, cross-legged again, half lotus, full lotus, whatever you comfortably can do. Hands resting on the knees. Back is straight. Eyes closed. Breathing deeply. Let's do a simple pranayama, breathing practice without a hand mudra. So inhaling for a count of 3, exhaling for a count of 5. And if you've been practicing pranayamas, breathing practice for a while, you can put a retention in the middle. Inhaling for 3, hold for 2 counts, exhaling for 5. Let's get started. Letting go of the count. Just sit there for a moment, watching your mind. Allowing the thoughts to come and go. Maybe there are no thoughts, even better. And blinking your eyes open, bringing your attention back. Straighten the legs in front of us for a posterior stretch. Want to dorsiflex the feet so the toes are pointed up. Sitting with a straight spine, inhaling, lifting the arms up by the ears. Deep inhalation, and with the exhalation, bending forward. So that again, inhaling up, reaching up high, and exhaling forward. Letting your hands rest where they can. Maybe they're at your knees, maybe they're at your shins, ankles, or at your feet. If you easily can hold onto your feet, maybe you can do a mudra, an energy lock. 2 fingers around the big toes, cap it with a thumb. Let's pull the shoulders back. Another inhalation, looking up. And with the exhalation, folding forward. For the next inhalation, slowly releasing a forward bend. Sitting with a straight spine, letting the hands rest on your thighs, eyes closed. Let's do head to the knee pose next. So keeping your right leg out, keep it just where it is, straight in front of you, bringing your left foot in. Hands resting on your right thigh with the inhalation, lifting your spine. With the exhalation, bending forward to your point of comfort. Making sure both hands are at equal distance to your foot.
and allowing your shoulders and your head to relax down. Slowly releasing the pose by sliding back up, pausing for a moment with hands on your thigh. And switching sides, opposite leg out. The right leg in, hands on the thigh. With the inhalation, lifting your spine. With the exhalation, sliding forward. And you might notice one side is a little different than the other. We hold tension in different places, and it's quite normal. Slowly releasing, sliding back up, pausing for a moment with hands on your thigh. And moving to an inclined plane, straighten both legs. Left hand back and right hand back. And it's okay to point your fingers towards your body if that's better for your wrists, or have it away from your body. With the inhalation, lifting the hips up, and if comfortable, letting your head rest back. Slowly lower your hips down. We'll move into a side plank variation. So coming onto your left hand and your left knee. So bending that left leg, coming up onto the knee and onto the hand. Lifting your right leg up. You can dorsiflex that right foot, and easier to keep the leg up. It engages more muscles. Look at a focal point, and when you're ready, lifting one arm. You can look up past your outstretched hand. And if you like another variation, inhaling, reaching up a little higher, and exhaling that arm close to the ear, palm facing down. And slowly lowering down, coming onto your knees, into a firm pose, palms resting, increase the thigh and torso, eyes closed, and pause. Go the other side, onto the other hand, and same hand, same knee, opposite hand to the waist. Straighten your leg, dorsiflex that foot. And when you're balanced, lifting that arm up, looking up past your outstretched hand. Inhale, reaching up a little higher. And with the exhalation, bring that arm close to the ear. And releasing, being back into a firm pose. Pausing with your eyes closed. And preparing for deep relaxation by lying on your back. If there's another movement you'd like to do, please do. If not, lying on your backs. can lift your legs a few inches, lift them off the floor, let them fall down. Do the same thing with your hands, making fists with your hands, lifting your arms, let them plop down, making sure your body's comfortable. Take 3 deep inhalations. As you exhale, just throw the breath out. Deep relaxation is a conscious process of relaxing the body part by part. Try to keep your mind engaged in the process to gain all the benefits. Let's begin by seeing, feeling, or imagining a soft, white, mist-like light entering your room. Moves towards you and gently surrounds your beautiful physical form. This light lifts you up and it feels like floating on a cloud. Allow this light to enter the toes of your left foot, toe by toe. Filling your ankle, lower leg, knee, thigh, and hip. Your left leg is completely relaxed. Now guide this light into the toes of your right foot, toe by toe. Right ankle, lower leg, knee, thigh, and hip. Your right leg is equally relaxed. Now guide this healing light into your torso, entering your abdomen, your stomach, your chest. Allow it to move deeper inside, touching your internal organ. Moving up and circling your beautiful heart. Expanding out and filling your whole chest with healing white light. Now guiding this light into your back, relaxing away tension from your lower back. Moving up through the middle part, into your upper back, relaxing all tension away. Now guide this light into the fingers of your left hand, finger by finger. Into your wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, and shoulder. I'll guide it into your right hand, one finger at a time. Right wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, and shoulder. This peaceful light moves into your neck and throat, like a wave flowing into your face, relaxing your jaw, filling mouth and lips, entering your nose, your cheeks, filling your ears, touching your toes, moving into your eyes and into your forehead. This peaceful light moves inside your head, inside your brain, melting away thoughts and feelings. It leaves your body through your head, once more surrounding you, expanding out and filling your room with your peace, expanding out further and leaving your room. The peaceful light of consciousness moves through the city, over houses and trees, over oceans, mountains, and continents, into space, to infinity, keeping you completely relaxed and completely in peace. Enjoy this peace. Enjoy. Gently preparing to guide your consciousness back, tracing it back over houses and trees, back into your room, back into your physical form. Energy and consciousness enters your head, fills your brain, moves down into your face, feel it behind your eyes, down your neck and throat, into your shoulders, arms, hands, and fingers. Vitalized energy and consciousness fills your torso from your chest, down into your stomach, all the way down to the hips, thighs, lower legs, feet, and toes. Moving fingers and moving toes, so wiggling fingers and wiggling toes. Bringing the arms up above your head, double inhale, stretching up high. And double exhale, relaxing down. And rolling over onto your favorite side, just lie there for a couple more breaths. A little moment longer. And then rolling over to a seated position. Coming to a seated position, sitting up. And let's rotate the shoulders, forward, up, and back. Back up and forward. Looking over to the left. Looking over to the right, twisting, and again left and right. Stretching the arms out, double inhale. And double exhale, palms to the chest. Let's do that again. Double inhale, reaching up high. And double exhale, palms to the chest. Thank you for joining us today. I'm going to say namaste, which is a greeting widely used in Eastern cultures. And we use it at yoga. It means my soul bows to your soul, or I honor the higher self in you. Namaste.